Every so often, a company comes along that doesn't just tweak things. They're not just making small improvements. They're trying to completely rewire the whole system. And that's exactly what we're looking at today in healthcare, a total shift in how it's all delivered.
Okay, so let me ask you something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Picture this. A super complex, life-or-death surgery is happening. Can the top surgeon, the absolute expert, guide the whole thing from, say, 1,000 kilometers away? I mean, that sounds impossible, right?
Well, believe it or not, for one really ambitious startup in Spain, the answer is a huge yes. And this isn't some far-off dream. They are literally building this reality right now. So, yeah, let's dive in and see how they're pulling it off.
All right, how in the world is this even possible? Let's get into the tech that's making all of this happen.
Okay, so the company we're talking about is called Zerintia HealthTech. And the engine driving all this change? It's a platform they call For Remote Health. And really, that name tells you everything you need to know.
So what exactly is For Remote Health? Think of it as a software platform that mixes together two bits of modern-day magic. You've got the crazy fast speed of 5G and the amazing power of augmented reality. What that means is a surgeon right there in the operating room can see digital info. We're talking patient vitals, instructions from that remote expert popping up right in their field of view. It creates this perfect, seamless link between doctors, no matter how far apart they are.
Now, this is where it gets really wild. The basic tech, it's been around for about 10 years, but it was used for industrial stuff. Zerintia HealthTech as a company, they were just founded in early 2023. And get this, in just 3 months, they took that industrial tool and completely transformed it into the For Remote Health platform. I mean, talk about moving fast. That's just incredible.
Okay, so we've got the tech down. But what does this actually look like in the real world, on the ground? Let's see how this whole thing actually connects healthcare in real time.
And wow, look at the scope here. It's not just one thing. We're seeing it pop up in super high-stakes operating rooms, in critical care ICUs, inside ambulances racing to the scene, and even during regular home visits. Plus, they're using it to train the next wave of doctors. This is not some little niche product. It's being woven into pretty much every single step of a patient's journey.
But out of all of these, let's zoom in on one that really shows you the life-saving difference this can make, and that's emergency response.
120. Just think about that number for a second. What do you think that represents?
That's 120 mobile ICU ambulances all across Romania. Zerintia has hooked every single one of them up with For Remote Health, plugging them right into the national emergency system. So now paramedics out on a call can stream live video, patient vitals, even data from the defibrillator straight to the specialists at the hospital. They're getting expert advice in the moments when every single second counts. It's a total game changer.
So yeah, when you see it in action like that, you realize this is so much more than just a cool piece of tech. Let's pull back a bit and look at the big picture, why this is such a game changer for the entire industry.
And you better believe the market is noticing. They just launched in 2023 and pulled in 130,000 euros in revenue. But look at their goal for 2025, a cool 1 million euros. That's not just growth, that's explosive growth. It just goes to show you how badly a solution like this is needed.
And they're not hitting the brakes either. To take this thing global, they're looking to raise another 2.5 to 3 million euros. I mean, this is a company that knows it's sitting on something huge, and they're gearing up to go big. So, when you boil it all down, what's the real impact? Well, it's about 4 huge things. First, emergency response is completely turned on its head. Second, hospitals can use their staff and equipment way more efficiently. Third, medical training gets unlocked from geography. Anyone can learn from anywhere. And the most important part, all of this rolls up into one thing: better outcomes for patients.
Okay, so what's next? Where is all this headed? Let's look down the road a bit at the future of care that this tech is really promising us.
But look, let's be real. A revolution like this is never easy. There are definitely some big hurdles. For one, you need 5G pretty much everywhere for this to work. Then you've got the messy legal stuff, data privacy laws, and medical regulations. And honestly, maybe the biggest hurdle of all, just getting old-school traditional hospitals to actually change how they do things.
But when you look past those challenges, you start to see what this is really all about. Zerintia isn't just selling a piece of software. No, they're building bridges. Think about it, a bridge connecting a patient in a tiny rural town to a top specialist in a big city. A bridge between a paramedic on the scene of an accident and the ER doctor waiting at the hospital.
And this really sums it all up, right?
It's about a massive shift. We're moving away from healthcare as we know it, which is often broken up, siloed, and totally dependent on where you live. And we're moving towards something new, a vision where healthcare is connected, collaborative, and accessible to everyone, everywhere.
And that really leaves us with a powerful idea to chew on. What if the future of healthcare isn't a place you have to go to? What if it's just a connection, a network of knowledge and data that can reach you wherever you happen to be, exactly when you need it most? And if that's true, well, that changes absolutely everything.